Alright, so anyway, so I'm drinking a margarita over here, but it's something that goes into tequila. And I never need a tequila in my life ever again. I never drink tequila ever again because that's sour, man. And tequila is a sour drink, and so is rakia. And I want to ask Jesus Christ, does he drink rakia up there? So Jesus Christ is saying that he can drink some rakia. I say, why not? I have to have some rakia with Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ is saying toast. See, why not? Ooh. See, I see Didante. See, Didante wants me to have some rakia with him. I have some nice rucha rakia with my Didante and with my Deca Pedrag and Baca Victoria. So we have a ruch chai. Oh no. Što smo imali tamo. Whereas what we had at the nice and beautiful Deca's house, approaching that kind of rakia, man. I mean, that chai. I mean, real chai. I mean, you have that kind of thing going, man. I mean, why not, man? I mean, one more time. I mean, that's a beautiful thing, yeah? And you have to enjoy. You have to enjoy yourself. And as you enjoy yourself, you just go and do something nice and beautiful. And you enjoy yourself and you lift yourself all the time. And I feel myself around Makaskar. I go to Makaskar, I go all these places. I've been to Makaskar though. I have to go to Dubrovnik. I want to play in a nightclub over there somewhere. I want to go Utrecht over there. I want to go Utrecht. The thing is, I want to be at festivals somewhere. I want to be playing at festivals. And now, what are the chances that they help me to play my music at festivals? Because it's more I can do that, but if they call me somewhere, then they may give me a 2-hour set. Actually, then I play my Nice and Beautiful I Die Shall Never Kill, and I play my Zonify. And just do that. And that way I'm learning something quick. And what I can do is I can play a 1-hour set of I Die Utopia, just here and there. I mean, why not? I can actually do that. So it's just the kind of thing where I can, but guess what? If I shoot, I'd rather make sure that I let it be that way. I let it be. I can squeeze it in maybe. I can squeeze in just 1 hour of that kind of thing. And that way I'm enjoying. I can do it. And that's the thing, yeah. When you have 3 blocks of space or whatever you want, you can go and dwell upon these sets and you can mash it up together and you can enjoy it together. And I feel the vibe, man. I feel this vibe. I've had this vibe around me. And I'm just growing, but soon I understand what's coming in the next few months is my event first. But actually then I have to go and see what other events I can make. I want to make more events. I want to give more events. But depending on what's happening around the world, if they never give me money that I ask for, or should I give it to myself? I go somewhere else. I run away to Tasmania for a bit. I go to Spain for a bit. And then I come here, and then it's all different. And I make another event somewhere. Or I keep making events. Making next month events, make the month after events, make some money here, and then I get my DJing deck, I bring it overseas somewhere, I bring it with me overseas, and then let's just do some business around I'll do some business around overseas, and then I come here, I have to come here anyway, and then from that point is a different point, man, whereas that's something different now. I have to make a boring event. I have to make some other kind of events going on. But that's when I actually go to the nightclubs. I'll go to nightclubs on this day. Once I come here after overseas, I hit the nightclubs, man. I don't lie. Well, that's how it is. But the money, I have money. But I have to create the money now. I have to create some money now. And I have to get the knowledge. I get the knowledge. I'm safe. I love it. Whereas at that time I realized that no matter what, I have some money. I have some money here and there. Create some events around town. I link everything to Eventbrite. And what I do with the nightclub promotions over there, it's all different now. So what I'm understanding with nightclub promotions is they have their own links. And all I do is I advertise as well this event, and people come on the day, and that's it. That's it, yeah. A gay club, that's a sold out event. That's a sold out event. I put the price at $70 per ticket and move on. I mean, $70 per ticket, and that's it. They'll all give you $70 each. And that way I just enjoy myself and I go and grow myself differently and I do better. I mean, you guys never have to worry about the money. I mean, the money is in the knowledge that you learn. I mean, as soon as you learn the knowledge about what you're doing, then you have the money. I mean, the money's coming easily, but first get the knowledge about that. And once you get the knowledge about that, then you have all the success in the world. I mean, then you have all the success in the world to make sure that you're doing better. See, what you guys can do is, if you're connecting one technology to two, let's say Bluetooths, or two devices, then turn off your Bluetooth and turn it back on again and go and connect your nice and beautiful, let's say, device to one Bluetooth somewhere, because that way it removes the connection of two Bluetooths into one, and then you understand straight away that you're moving forward. So I have Danny JBL speaker and Danny headphones here, but I want to connect my nice and beautiful headphones to just Danny headphones, but that's what I've done already. But then guess what, because I did click before Danny JBL speaker and Danny headphones, and I was trying to connect my headphones to both the JBL speaker and also Danny headphones, then it gives me this lag and it starts connecting both Bluetooths to both of those devices. But I just need my headphones to connect to Danny headphones. So what I do is I toggle the on and off Bluetooth switch in the actual phones, and then it eliminates the connectivity between those devices with my Bluetooth, and I just go and press quickly to connect my headphones to Danny headphones. There's a Bluetooth that says Danny headphones, and that way I never have to wait an extra minute for the actual Bluetooth to disconnect from those devices, because I already disconnected quickly and I connect it again, and I just press Danny headphones this time instead of JBL's portable speaker. So I'm understanding that if you have a nice and beautiful phone with you, then just go and place the first button or the first click from headphones to connect your headphones to your actual device with your phones, instead of pressing your headphones to connect on 3 different devices, because then what happens is just it starts to connect for about 3 minutes and then nothing happens. So what I do is I toggle off the on and off switch of the Bluetooth, and it resets everything. And then I just go and get my headphones and I tap on the actual Danny headphones, for example, and I switch on my Bluetooth with headphones much quicker, and I never have to wait 3 minutes, because I never want to be connecting my nice and beautiful headphones unless it's doing better. So I'm actually always doing better. So that's the whole point, yeah? I'm understanding, although, that since I have Danny JBL portable speaker is one, and the other one is Danny headphones, but I was connecting it to both of those. I was connecting my headphones to both of those type of Bluetooths, but it only works on one of them. So what I do is, instead of waiting 3 minutes, I switch off my headphones and I switch off my nice and beautiful technology with just my phone, and I just go and toggle on and off the Bluetooth, and I connect it back on, and then I connect my headphones to just Danny headphones. I understand? And I just connect it to that one, and that way it works. I mean, this is a trick and this is a technique for you to just increase your skill really quickly. I mean, it saves you time. I see, if you save your time, then you understand how to actually do better for yourself, and that's why you have to go and grow yourself. See guys, so I just woke up, but the thing is, right now I'm learning very quickly upon my life over here and what I need to do, and today I have to get myself really quickly out and about to go somewhere. But the thing is, if you want to go and create something nice and beautifully for yourself to be able to go and dwell upon a better life, then what you do is you have to go and create different visuals and different videos of your video hits and everything you want. And you have to give ideas, and you have to stick to one idea, and you have to understand straight away that there's always an idea for you to be able to go and do what you want to do. But what I do now is I have to do a life coaching video as well. I feel I've been lacking in doing life coaching videos, but I've been doing other errands and I've been doing something else. But since that's the case, I realize that for myself now, that what I need to do is I need to go and do a better job for myself overall. And I need to give that guy a call as well, who is my employee. I need to make sure that I can just talk to him over the phone. And I need to see how he is. So what I do is I give him a call. I just ask him straight away, are you available? I just want to ask him straight away over here. I'm just asking, are you available today to talk with me about the 28th of May? I just said to him, I'm just asking you. I apologize for that. I just said, I'm asking you. I just said, I'm just asking you, are you available to talk with me about the 28th of May 2021 so I can see how to do this? I'm just asking, are you available today to talk with me about the 28th of May 2021 so I can see how to do this? I realize, anyway, that since I actually call him, I make sure that no matter what, it's more how I feel that I want to go and speak about everything. So as I speak about everything, I realize that if you speak everything about the word I, then you have to understand straight away to be preoccupying yourself very quickly in a way that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. But if you're writing messages, then make sure you understand to never waste other people's time, but just go write the message quickly. Then you're straightforward about what you need to do. So for my words today, I just have to speak words today. I'd rather speak words today than anything else. And why is that? Because I feel that I'm never ever doing anything other than doing greater. But the whole point is learning very quickly upon how to study. So if other people never reply to you, then they're shifty. When they're shifty about something. But when I never reply to you, then I have myself to speak to. Actually, that's it, yeah? But the thing is, that's what they are doing also. I mean, they're doing themselves here. Whereas, although that's how I see it now. Whereas now, as I'm actually growing myself, I'm focusing on making sure that I never expect other people to do anything for me. But I make sure anyway that what I want to do now is I feel that my music track, I feel my music track on Dinotopia needs to be better. And for me to upload it now, I promise you it's much more how I feel to just go and let it be. I need to go and dwell upon other aspects of life over here, where I want to go and create this nice and beautiful Balkan vibe inside the Dinotopia. And it's just with extra lyrics. And now, do I want extra lyrics in there? Actually, yes. But what kind of lyrics? Alright, now guess what? I promise you, because it's Dinotopia, I can see the passage here. I can see the passage here. It says just let it be, and just be able to go and sing along with it, and just be able to go and dwell upon something, because the whole thing is a storyline. But the storyline happens in the final version. But anything prior to that, I can sing. I can sing it. So what I want to do is I want to go and say Balkan vocals. I want to be able to go and just study upon helping myself to give Balkan vocals somewhere so I can go and find these vocals. And I want to be able to go and see what I can do about everything. But as I grow myself and as I show people different mixes, I promise you it's worth it. So what I want to do is I want to be able to go and find this nice and beautiful way of life where I can go and deliver something like Audio Jungle over here. And Audio Jungle is a place where you can go, and it's a nice and beautiful word, isn't it? Actually, Audio Jungle is somewhere where you can go to just create yourself these nice and beautiful royalty-free music where you can find whatever you want. See, what you can do also is understand straight away that on Audio Jungle you can get all these nice and beautiful beats and live instrumentals that you can place into your mix. And you can go promoting these people. You can go and do what you want to do about life over here. But what you do is just go and really dwell upon whatever sound you want. And just go and put some vocals and give people free royalty music over here. So you're just making sure that you can go and see vocals, for example. And you can go and see that people are placing their own vocals inside of the actual mix. And then you can just go and give them money. And you actually get their vocals. And that's it. See, what you can do is you can always pause the audio. I mean, you can always pause the audio in Audio Jungle, and you can go and use Audio Jungle vocals or any kind of live instruments or any kind of guitars or any kind of beats that you want or any kind of sound effects that you want. I mean, go and type it into Audio Jungle and give them money, and now you have it. And place it in your mix somewhere. So what I have over here is this nice and beautiful Balkan vocal that somebody else made this vocal, but I never have to go online anywhere else ever again. I never have to go on these websites or anything other than Audio Jungle to get myself what I need about music production. But guess what? It's more how I can. It's more how I can go on soundbetter.com and get some live instrumentals and give people live music and give them actual money to play around my melodies specifically. But thing is, over here as well, I can just show you quickly that I can use these vocals always. I give this woman $21. And I give this individual, whoever gave this vocal to me online, I give them already $21 and I get this vocal.
Audio Jungle.
I mean, you can see that is around $21. I just go and give them $21. But that vocal goes for 7 minutes long and more. I mean, it's just her singing for 7 minutes. I mean, imagine how much fucking tracks I can put her voice in. I can put her voice in fucking unlimited amount of tracks. I can always fucking use her music. I can always use a stem file or some type of sound that she's fucking saying and place it in somewhere in my mix. You understand? And I'm winning. I'm winning straight away. So what I want to do now is I want to straight away be able to get that vocal for myself. But for now, I just let it be. And I have to go and dwell upon something else as well. And I want to go and see a wolf sound. I want to be able to get a wolf sound. I want to get Twinkle Twinkle Little Star vocals around here. And I'm using always this nice and beautiful Audio Jungle. And I use Audio Jungle and I place it into my mix. And I place it into my music. And it's already done for me. So what I do is I just promote it in my music. And it makes my music much more. So if I get all the voices of the planet or all the words on the planet and I place it in my music, then I express myself. I express myself in my music. So now what I want to do is I want to show people straight away that all I can do with this music over here is I can play this music in her vocals just in part of one track where it's just her voice. And that's it. Roshi, now, is it worth it? I promise you, fuck yes. Roshi, to listen to the whole fucking vocal, I mean, fuck yes. I mean, does it have to be on top of my music? I promise you, no. I can place any of their fucking instrumentals and what they have in terms of music inside just a silent part of my music. And what I do is I can cut up the stem files, I can cut up the wave files, and place it inside a silent mode or anywhere inside of my music mix where it's just that kind of vocal or where it's just that sound. So her vocal over here can go in between my track where it's a silence. And I can just place her music and her voice to play without having to listen to the music in the background. I understand? So what I do now is I focus on understanding that I want to show people different aspects of life. But the thing is right now that if I place her voice just like this in my mix, Roshi, it wins. Always. Roshi always wins. But it's very emotional. It's very beautiful. So what I do is I let it be now. And I'm always focusing on picking up now because someone is calling me. I want to answer this guy. So how are you, mate?
Good morning, Danny. How are you, mate?
I say good morning. I mean, what is your name?
My name's Claudio, man.
I say Claudio. I say nice to meet you, Claudio.
Good to meet you, mate. How did you get my number? Gumtree?
I did go on Gumtree. I went on Gumtree and I seen your number and I did decide to message you and here we are.
Oh, awesome. No problem, mate. So what's this inside or what? You're doing a seminar?
I'm doing a seminar. I'm doing a nice and beautiful public speaking talk around people, and it's my birthday on the day. And I just need somebody to be able to come to my seminar over here to be able to do a video recording and also to just handle my FPOS machine, because I have people coming to my door over here and giving me $200 per ticket to see me.
Yeah, I get you. So you need someone to handle the entry tickets?
I can do that,
And,
yes.
Just film with your phone?
I do that. I do need that. So I do decide to just be with you because I understand that you may have the skills to be able to come with me on the day.
Yeah, man, I do a lot of, I only use my phone, but I'm doing a lot of YouTubing at the moment, and I'm on my phone.
I see, that's
Everything
amazing.
I'm creating for YouTube in regards to work, I use my phone. But yeah, of course, I've got a bit of camera skills. I've also used the video camera recorder before as well, but everyone's on their phones now, man.
I understand, yeah. I realize, anyway, I realize it's more on the day. I just give you my phone and you just press play and record.
Play and record them, what, point it at you, or have you got a gimbal, or what's the go? Handheld?
I mean, my phone has a selfie stick and I have a nice and beautiful A51 Galaxy phone, but my phone can record for 8 hours. So all I just need you on the day to do with the phone, typically with the recording, is just to press play and just to show the room and to show myself teaching the room, and that's it.
Just focus on mute or focus on the whole conference itself?
I mean, the whole conference. I mean, everything. I mean,
be artistic with the phone. That's what you want, yeah?
I mean, yeah. So just like, I mean, all you're doing is just going around the nice and beautiful, let's say, seminar.
What's the seminar about, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, it's about everything. So it's about all the questions that the crowd has for me as well. I mean, it can be any question. I mean, it can be about Jesus Christ. I mean, it can be about the Buddha. I mean, it can be about spirituality and 9 to 5 work. I mean, it can be anything. So I'm giving you information on the day as well, and you can ask me some questions as well.
Oh, fair enough. That sounds interesting, man. I haven't been to a conference for a while. Last time I went to a conference was when was it? 2009 now.
I see, yeah.
2009, since I did my Black Belt conference, and I had to do a 15-minute speech. So, I've got a little bit of experience, man, when it comes to conferencing and handling door work. I was an official. I was actually a level 1 official. I used to do martial arts. So whenever there was an event, so I'd handle the doors. But the FPOS machine, you're going to have to show me on the day. I've never used one of those.
I see, yeah. So it's my first time as well with the FPOS machine, but I have somebody coming up to me very soon to give me that somebody's coming up to me very soon to give me the FPOS machine. So they're going to teach me now, and then I have to teach you. And then I understand straight away that on the day I'll be teaching you as well how to do a conference for yourself. And you can just watch me and how I do it. And also I'll give you a lot of information about everything, about how to live a greater life. And I also have a lot of conferences coming up in terms of my life and around Sydney and Australia, so you can always be able to come with me somewhere as well to do my videos work and stuff like that. So I always have more work for you if you want.
Awesome. No problem, man. It's definitely something different, but then again, I'm expanding with my YouTube career as well. So I'm only 6 months into that. I'm completely different to what I'm used to, but definitely up for something for a new challenge, yeah, that's for sure. And what, you pay cash on the day?
I see. So with all that, I have to give you money legally. So I understand that I do hire you, and I just go and get your text file number, and I get your BSBN account number, and I just want to be able to go and call I want to call the taxation office and just be able to say to file your ATO number, so I can just say, hey, I gave this guy this much money on the day, and that's it. Because I understand it's because it's a legal thing to do.
Yeah, no problem. But it's cash on the day, but you just take my tax file number.
I can give you cash on the day, and I just get your tax file number, and I give them a call on the day, and I just say, hey, I just gave this employee of mine on the day he came to help me on one day, and I just want to show you that I just want to apply the tax to his name, and that's it. I have to do that, because otherwise, if I give you black money or something, just cash in hand without tax, then I understand they come after me.
What do you do, Danny? Like, what do you speak about again?
I speak about all the words of the dictionary. So if you see the dictionary, I mean, what kind of word comes up to you, or anything in terms of the dictionary, in terms of words, I speak all of that. So I'm always making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about how to do everything. So on the day of the 28th of May, I need you to be at my seminar over here at 11 a.m. So I'm actually at the Mounties on the 28th of May on 11 a.m. So we're just going to talk to each other before that, and we're just going to call each other, and I call call you before the actual event, and I just on the day I can call you, or just prior to the event, and we can speak a bit more. And also, I'm just making sure that you also understand that it's my first seminar, so it's my 29th birthday on the day. And it's actually on the day, my 29th birthday. So on the 28th of May is my 29th birthday. And I am creating this first seminar of mine, which is max capacity 100 people, because I've already given some money to be able to book the room over there at Mounties. But the thing is, I've given already over 200 hours of busking performances of public speaking already in front of people. But this is my first live event where people get to sit down and watch me for 8 hours.
Well, congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
What you're expecting a full house or what?
I can say yes. So I've already done the promotion of 3,000 business cards around town. So I'm making sure that I give more business cards. So I'm going around today as well and giving more business cards, and I'm making sure that people can go and study upon me and what I do. So I'm always giving them my business card, as you've seen. I mean, I already sent you that nice and beautiful business card. So that's my business card. And I'm just going around giving that business card toward cars, and I'm just doing more and more of that so I can go and promote my event.
And you on YouTube at all?
I'm on YouTube as well. I'm on YouTube and Instagram, and I just use YouTube and Instagram mainly, but the Nice and Beautiful Facebook page is somewhere where I just create my events.
Yeah, same here, man. I've got a Facebook page for my business, but pretty much for transport and removals. But I'm starting to I've got other social platforms that I do use. I'm starting to amalgamate them all together. And I've just recently hit YouTube like in the last 6 months. I've got an exposure of 4K on YouTube. I've got about 4,000 subscribers on there. And I've got about 16,000 on Facebook. So I'm heading to plus a few more thousand even there. But yeah, it's the way to go. It's the new age, isn't it?
I see.
Social media, man.
I mean, social media is amazing when you're able to go and express your words, and when you can express your words and you can express what you really want out of life, then anything can happen.
Yeah, that's right, you got to stay positive, man. Stay positive, anything can happen.
I can say yes. So every single day, I'm just.
I appreciate the offer, man. It's completely different to what I'm used to, but I'm up for a new challenge. So I could serve you with my skills, no problem, man. No problem at all. It would be good for me as well. Maybe I could get some exposure on your channel.
I see definitely. So I see definitely. So all I need you to do is somewhere in the Nice and Beautiful video, just be able to state your name in the video and just say, hey, I'm Danny Milivojević's camera hire man. I mean, this is my YouTube. I mean, this is my Instagram. I mean, come and follow me as well.
No problem, man. We'll have more of a chat about it before the day, and then we'll talk about it, and I guess we'll be more versed by the time it comes. I have no
worries. But my seminar starts at 1 p.m. and it finishes at 8 p.m. But I need you to be with me at 11 a.m. over there. So 2 hours prior to the event. So I understand we're going to be at the door, and we're going to stand at the door. And I understand from around that time, I understand that around 12:30 to 1 p.m. I just need you to stand at the door, because I'll be inside the actual seminar, and I'll just be doing something around the whiteboard and around people who are coming in. And then from that point, I need you around 2 o'clock or around 2 p.m. in the night, or in the daytime. Then you just come inside and get my phone, and we start doing the Nice and Beautiful recording of the seminar.
No problem. And what's your time for the day?
I could say what sort of day you said?
What are we wearing, man? What's the attire?
I can see the titles is just what the crowd wants in terms of words, and I just go and talk about anything about life in terms of leadership and
no. What are we wearing, man? What do I wear on the day? Like casual, formal?
I see. So, for example, with the attire, I mean, just go casual. I mean, just do some casual work and casual attire. And then, for example, also as we go inside around 2 p.m. as well, when you come inside to do the video work around me, I mean, all you do from that point is if anybody else comes into the seminar, so we just open the doors once you come in, and what happens is anybody can come in from that point, but then just go with the FPOS machine directly to them and just say it's a $200 seminar or whatever, and just get the money from them while they sit down, or in terms of once they sit down, just go up to them and just put the FPOS machine and tell them it's a $200 ticket over here. So no matter what, that they give the money so that we can just move on with the seminar. And also, anyway, that if anything else happens, just make sure that we are always just doing a better job for everything. So I'm always doing that for everybody. So I'm making sure that no matter what, it's more about leadership, and it's more about stepping up to do a better job.
Yeah. No problem, man. I guess you'll get better as you go along. It's only your first time, so you'll learn from this one.
I see, yeah. So the whole process I've been learning for the first event of my life over here. So I've already been promoting myself for a month now, and I understand. Sure, I've already have these ticker techs online now, and I did connect everything together, and I teach you on the day everything.
Okay, good stuff, man. No problem, man. Well, we'll speak again prior, and then I'll see you on the 28th.
I thank you very much, boss. So thank you, Claudio.
But you've included the address, I think, in the text. I'll go over and if there's anything missing, I'll let you know.
I see. Yep. So anyway, I mean, just prior to the event, I understand. I'm just calling you prior to the event, and I just send you a message as well, just to keep in contact.
Yeah, send us a text first, because I'm usually on the road, and it's not the best place to answer a phone call because of the road noise, and I've usually got people in the cabin with me, so it's really hard to have a conversation, you know what I mean? That's why I choose to stay off the phone when I'm doing transport and removals. But yeah, like send us a text first, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and then I'll definitely see you on the day, man. I'm looking forward to this will be great for my YouTube career, man.
I see. Yeah. So I mean, it's.
I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, this information I give you is full of jam-packing information about everything about YouTube and social media and about business marketing and helping yourself to be sales clerk in a way that you're selling your business and selling yourself and being able to go around the world and traveling and communicational work and leadership and being able to look people in the eye and being able to be confident.
I've always been into lifestyle coaching, and I've got a lot of sales experience, man. I'm from the martial arts world, actually. But to the point where I have a lot of business training and a lot of life skills to go with it. And I've always been interested in stuff like that. Speakers like Brian Tracy and Tony Robinson. Yeah, man.
See, yeah, so
there's a lot of good people out there. I know what you're talking about.
I see. So Brian Tracy and Tony Robbins are also my mentors as well. So I have an Instagram page where you can find them as well. So I have an Instagram page, and I do 5 Instagrams today, and I make sure
I'm definitely listening to Zig Ziglar.
I would say him also. I could say Zig Ziglar also, and there's also many others that I do have in my mentors list over here. But I show you on the day my mentors list. But if you go into my actual Instagram as well, then you can see all my mentors as well.
The old school one was David Carnegie.
I see David Carnegie. I understand the guy that does emotional intelligence as well.
Yeah, man, he's awesome, man.
I can see David Carnegie. I can see straight away. I understand that his nice and beautiful book over there, in terms of being able to smile and being able to understand. I understand who you're talking about. I realize he has a book.
It's so easy to understand that dude, eh? It's just like he talks and talks and talks, but you get every single word, man. He's just got a way of talking that you just understand everything. Same like Brian Tracy, the way he talks, his tone. No worries, man.
I would say yeah. So
looking forward to it, man.
I can say that's why. I mean, that's why you have to have a positive conversation with people all the time, and you have to be making sure that you're lifting yourself. Is the whole point.
Yeah, affirmations, man. Positive affirmations all day long, every day, younger. Yeah.
I say so. For example, now for myself in terms of life, I'm making sure I'm just always giving mindset work. I'm doing something around the planet. I'm making sure that today I have a lot of work to do with promotions, but I'm making sure that no matter what, that we're always catching up and that we're.
That's all you do at the moment, or you got what else? What else do you do for work?
I mean, all I do for work is anything to do with words. So I'm just always doing the words of the word.
That's cool, man.
I mean, my job.
You must be a wordsmith then.
I'm a wordsmith. I'm somebody so smart in words, man. I go and do vocabulary every single day. I go and connect my words together. I just try to go and be the smartest individual on the planet.
You know, when I was at school, I always tell my kids that when I was at school, you know, like, they'd give me the detention for being naughty. And the best punishment they had was the spelling book. I don't know how old you are, but when I was at primary school here, they'd punish you. They'd give you an hour of copying out the spelling book, right? And I'd love it, man. I'd get in trouble on purpose just so I could stay back and copy out the spelling book, mate.
I say that's funny. So that's the funniest thing. I understand for myself over here, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm always learning, I'm always growing. I'm understanding that even for myself as a kid, I was running around, and my biological dad's a singer, and he goes and he's singing with this woman who just came from Serbia, and she's very famous in this nice and beautiful function. And I went somewhere at the back of the electronicals over there, and I switched off the whole light and switched off all the electricity on their events. And I mean, it's a total blackout, man. I mean, there's around 100 people in the room, and it's a total blackout in the room. But it's a funny thing, man. But the thing is, every single day we always have to understand straight away to just be lifting the crowd, and always understand to be patient about everything and making sure that you can talk with people.
Actually, I'm connected to Sean Jerry Gummy Publishing on YouTube, and he's actually put together. I've seen him and followed him and watched him all the way. Put together a conference over in Miami, leadership conference, which was quite good. We had a few people show up. He promoted it for about a month and a half, and it didn't go too bad. So I've been interested in that. I've been thinking about writing my own book too. So yeah, it'd be good to meet you, man.
I see. So, for example, with myself, I write a lot of books. So I'm always writing books, but I teach you everything on the day in terms of what I'm doing, especially. So that way, I keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, that way I'm always learning very quickly about when you keep a surprise daily, and you're making sure that people are always encouraging themselves to also to do better in life. I promise you it's the best thing.
Yeah, you've got to have that. And like I say, you've got to keep that white belt mentality, man. You've got to learn something. You keep learning every day. You keep growing.
You also have to be very much more interesting in yourself to be able to loving yourself in terms of being able to love yourself, and being able to add those words that you give to me to other people as well, to be able to go and really, really be much more in those words.
Yeah, exactly right, man. And not let life get in the way.
I see.
Words. And sometimes it does. That's the hardest part. Not letting life get in the way.
I would say exactly. So every single day when I'm focusing on, let's just say, a nice and beautiful mindset, I'm always understanding that no matter what, I have to always do a better job for myself, and I have to make sure that no matter what, I'm always adding value. I'm always making sure that other people are nice and beautiful, and also I'm making sure that I always have a positive communicational signal with other people, because the whole point is teaching other people about how to talk, and that's what I do at my seminars, and that's what I do around the world. So I'm always going around the world now because I have.
So you've been on a few international ones, but the borders are closed. I guess prior COVID, have you been around?
I see. So I've been going around Australia, but here and there. But I'm understanding now, since I'm understanding my words and what I can do around seminars and around life coaching events. Now I can see already that I'm going around the world. I can already see that I can do my life coaching events everywhere around the world.
Because you'll be broadcasting this, will this be live stream, or is it just straight recording to your phone and then you're going to go through it and upload it? Or is it going to be straight live stream to YouTube?
I see. So this one is always, I record my videos prior and then I just upload, because that way there's no lag. I mean, there's no lag on the internet, and we never have to worry about internet.
I do it as well. I don't really like live streaming. And it really works really well for the Americans, because their internet speed's like 10 times stronger than ours.
I see.
And the computers are way ahead as well. No problem.
I have no worries. I thank you very much, boss. I thank you very much about everything that you've told me today. And
thank you for the offer, man. It opens up new paths, man. Exactly what my channel name is, Trailblaze. And I'm interested.
I'm always learning, and I just want to be able to go also.
Exactly right, man. That's what I'm interested in, learning some more. That's why I'm so interested. It's a new challenge for me. I've never done this before, apart from, I've spoke on conferences, but it's to do with martial arts and life and fitness with purpose. But I've never been there for anyone else. But that's good, man. I appreciate the offer, and I'll definitely take you up on it, and we'll speak again prior to the day, and then I'll see you on the day, man.
I thank you very much, boss. I thank you very much, Claudia, and I just make sure that no matter what, that you always have much more of an inspiration in me. So I'm making sure that no matter what, you can always follow me for life. So anyway, I make sure that you guys, I make sure that you also understand that I can also make sure that from after the events, or after this nice and beautiful event, or in terms of after this event on the 20th of May, that you always have a job opportunity with me, and I'm always positive about that. So I'm understanding that you can do a good job.
No, man, look, it's obviously something new to me, but as always, I've always been a lightning fast learner, man. I'm not half asleep or anything.
I see, yeah. So
I'm sure I'll do a good job, especially if you got an S21. I'm killing it with an S8 now.
I see, yeah.
And I've actually been watching it over the last 6 months. I've been watching a lot of camera tips on how to film decent videos with your phone. You know, certain techniques that they use to give it the effect. You know, that makes it look like it's a real camera.
I see, yeah.
No, you'll be right, man.
I have no worries, but on the day, on the day, just come and just see exactly what I'm doing, because that way you really get a feel for what I'm doing, and then you can go and do it yourself.
Right. No problem, man. Thanks, Danny. You have a good day, huh?
I thank you very much, boss. I thank you.
See you, man.
I thank you. So anyway, I realized that guy's Claudio from actual Gumtree. So you can see I did record, and I do record my conversations with other people, so that you can understand straight away how I talk with other people, for example. So all I'm trying to do with him is just be positive with him. And I mean, as soon as I'm positive with him and giving him job opportunities, I'm giving him the opportunity to come see me. I'm giving him money to see me. I mean, in a sense, so that way I'm understanding that for his service, I realize whatever he's doing for me is just as equal in terms of service. But I'm understanding that no matter what, that it's much more like that, yeah. So it's just a positive interaction, and that's it. I understand exactly where he's coming from. But the thing is, he has a long way to go. I promise you, he has a long way to go in communication, and I never want to bring him down. I want to make sure I lift him up. And as I lift him up, I'm he's very positive with me in words. I can see it. So what I do is I move up. I just make sure that I solidify my success with this guy over here, and I make sure I give him more work as well. So since I'm actually understanding that on the day that I speak on the nice and beautiful 28th of May with him, and I make sure that no matter what, I send him a message over here saying I thank you very much, and I speak to you on the 28th. I say, so anyway, so just make sure you talk on the phone with people who you are hiring. So if you hire them the first time, so I just went yesterday and I found Claudio. I found him yesterday, so I was messaging him yesterday, but he was unable to talk to me on the phone. But today he just calls me first. I mean, he did call me first. I did ask him over the message. I said, are you able to call me today? I mean, are you able to call me and speak to me today? Actually, it's much more how he did call me. Actually, does call me, and I'm understanding that on the day I just call him. I just call him on the day I message him first, as he said. So he said for me to message him, and that way I'm understanding that no matter what. I'm learning very quickly upon what to do. I'm understanding that there's plenty of time for me to go and deliver around life, and I'm making sure that I already gave him the time and place to be on the 28th of May, and I already said to him come at 11 a.m. and I'm already showing him on the message that I messaged him around 10 a.m. to make sure he's coming. So he's coming anyway. So you must understand the whole point is make sure that you have a positive friendship with other people, and never try to disclose information to tell them to fuck off, or to tell them to fuck off, or to tell them to go away from you or something like that. I mean, never tell other people to go away from you. And now why? I mean, make sure you understand that if you have to go somewhere, then just say, hey, I need you to understand anyway that thank you very much for the phone call. I'll make sure that I have to go now. I have some other errands to do with my life over here. I'm not saying that on the 28th or on this day, I want to make sure that I can talk to you on the day at this time. And that way, just leave the conversation as fast as possible, man. I mean, you never have to talk to them 50 million years, man. I mean, in the sense of what you do is talk to them as fast as you can and get the value and exchange services as much as you can, and then just move on. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, from that point, you're just learning the value, and that's the whole point, yeah? See, so anyway, so as I really grow myself now, I'm not saying that no matter what, I have more enough time. I have more enough time to do everything, but as I wake up every single day, I want to be able to just go and do myself first before I do anything, and I do my word eye before I do anything always. I'm making sure now that since I have Audio Jungle over here, I'm making sure I can go and see, for example, with my actual music track Lullaby, what I can do is make sure that if I want this nice and beautiful music in terms of her music in my music over here, and I understand straight away that it's much more how I feel. And how I feel is if I place her music in terms of this woman's music in our Dinotopia, for she, it's the best kind of feeling. It's the best kind of feeling. So to give her money straight away, I'm not saying I have time. I have time to do that. But I'm making sure every single time that with my vocals and everything, I can move on if I want. I can move on, but the thing is, I understand straight away how I have to also sing as well sometimes. And I have to go and do my vocals as well. So as I do my vocals, I understand that straight away, that I feel like actually just doing myself over here and being honest with myself that yes, it's much better for me to put vocals inside a Dinotopia that's my vocals. I've already done that. I've already done that. So do I want to add more vocals? I promise you, guess what? I promise you I have more than enough vocals in there. I have more than enough vocals of my voice in there. I already did place my vocals in there. Russia, although, guess what? I mean, do I want to sing in that? Russia, no. I never want to sing in that. I mean, why? I mean, because that's where it is. I mean, that's just how I feel. So what I do now is I'm not saying, do I want to place, let's say, her vocals in terms of life in this Dinotopia track? Russia, guess what? Russia, yes. Russia, I do want to place her vocals in my music track of Dinotopia. I mean, why? I mean, that's the way it is. I feel the nice and beautiful compulsion to put her voice somewhere in my mix. That's just her voice. I mean, it's just her voice. I mean, why is that? I mean, that way, I'm understanding straight away that as I grow myself, I understand that it can start off in the beginning or the intro. But no, I never want it in the intro. I want to make sure that I play some nice and beautiful voice where in the silence of my music over here. Actually, it's much more how I see to never do it. Or else if I put it on top of the music, actually, yes. Actually, on top of the music, yes. I mean, why is that? Because I can feel that her voice needs to go with the music, because otherwise it's just her voice. I mean, and because it's her voice only, I'm making sure anyway that it's much better for myself to see that if I shall place her voice somewhere else in just a silent music, actually, guess what? Actually, then I can. Actually, because it never goes in the silence of my music here. But why is that? I understand it straight away. It's because of the composition of the music. So what I do is, if I want to place it somewhere in the music, then I have to place it just in the intro somewhere. I'm understanding that. So what I do is a little bit that way, and I focus upon understanding that I can afford it. I can afford everything. But the thing is always, I want to check also some other type of music over here. And I want to go and see any kind of cello or something of a cello or any kind of music, nice and beautiful way of life over here. So making sure I do a great day and just reply all the way to people and reply to them all the way in terms of your employees, and make sure that you're the last message always. I mean, your message is the last message and the first message. And that way you understand straight away how to be much more popular. And that's how you actually add more value than ever before. And never leave other people hanging in terms of words. I mean, understand? But just give them more words than they're giving you. And that way you're exceeding customer. That way you're actually exceeding customer expectations and doing a better job. I can say, instead of saying you too, when they say have a good day, never say you too. Say I thank you. Just say I thank you and that's it. You can say I thank you and you too. That's different, yeah. If you understand straight away that if you just say I thank you is more enough for you. And it is, but have a look at what you can do. Alright, from that point, just make sure you're doing better. I realize what else you can do is you can grab any kind of instrumentals and you can slice it up in your mix and you can use those nice and beautiful sounds. And that's the nice and beautiful thing about Audio Jungle, where you can create all these nice and beautiful sounds and you can give them money to have these sounds, love I. And because I understand that now, I understand straight away how I can go and feed upon what I've done, and I understand anyway that I'm really learning about new orchestra and new dealings of whatever I'm doing to go and really create something nice and beautiful. But I'm understanding straight away how I can use the same drums, and I can use different drums, I can use different beats and everything in terms of my mix, and I can go and do greater. But I'm understanding that what else you can do is you can go with the beat and you can place one note that goes to another note, or you can place 3 notes or 4 notes or any kind of notes that you want, but make sure it's going with the mix. And that way I'm understanding Calvin Harris and how he does his nice and beautiful music over there. I'm making sure that no matter what, that if you're learning about anything, now I'm making sure that you understand straight away that Calvin Harris has this beautiful mix where he has a nice and beautiful, let's say, live orchestra in his music, or else he has a live orchestra and vocals in his mix. And now his track is much more likely to be popular than my I Die Shall Never Kill track. And why is that? Because I Die Shall Never Kill has just my instrumentals. But guess what, Prashu? If you're understanding anything about instrumental music, then it's much more how it's all equal. But why does he win more popularity over here than my actual instrumental music? Prashu, it's because he has vocals. Prashu has vocals. And vocals always wins over instrumentals. They're saying, but is it the case? Prashu, yes. Prashu, although guess what, Prashu, my Ozonified track, Prashu, nothing can take away from this. Saying, but guess what, Prashu, now in the instrumental side, Prashu, my track wins more popularity in the instrumental side over here. Prashu, and why is that? Because in the instrumental side, Prashu, it's much more equal, always. Prashu, everything's equal. Prashu, he wins in the vocal side, I win in the instrumental side. And now that's the thing, Prashu, now overall, Prashu, who wins overall? Now, in that kind of, let's say, theory of Wadasha Never Kill and Calvin Harris music track over there, and I have to go and specifically show you the nice and beautiful name of this one, which is, let's have a look. His actual track over here is Over Now, which is Calvin Harris and The Weeknd with Over Now. Now, who wins with that track overall? I mean, his actual vocal track, that's Over Now, or Wadasha Never Killed in terms of just live instrumental. It's much more how Calvin Harris has a vocal track here. And of course, his 3-minute track means more to other people than my instrumental track that's 1 hour. And guess what? A little bit. But if you have to pick between 1 hour music and 3-minute music, I mean, what do you pick? I mean, 1 hour music, I always go right. I'll go no matter what to the 1 hour music, then the 3-minute track. So never ever try to topple me like that, in a way that you can go and topple me if you want. But the thing is, I make sure they understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly upon understanding that I have more value I've given than him. I've given more value than Calvin Harris in this nice and beautiful orchestral music. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that if you understand straight away that if people value popularity much more than time, then guess what? For me, time wins. I'd rather have more time than popularity. Understand? I'd rather have more time in this world than popularity. Well, that's the way it is, yeah? I'd rather listen to a 1 hour instrumental music track than listen to a 3-minute vocal track. I mean, that's just how I am. But the crowd loves popularity in terms of vocals and all that. But they'll be that way. It's much more how I feel that they need to sum up what they want in life. But everything's different, yeah? I make sure every time you understand straight away that if you give more value for your music and your dollar and whatever you have, then you have always a better time. See, anyway, so what I want to do now is I have all these words to speak out today, but I want to make sure that you understand straight away now. I can use people's music tracks, and I can put them in my music tracks. I can do that easily. But the thing is, if I go and use all the music sounds to place in my actual music track to make it all new, I can also do that. So what I want to do also is make sure that I go and really study upon where to go today. And I need to get my biological dad's car very quickly because I understand it's 10:21 now. And I'm doing better than that, but I'm making sure that no matter what, I have to go and groom myself very quickly and have a shower and then go and give out my business cards because that's much more important to me now than anything else. So what I do now is just make sure that I can go and do this nice and beautiful theory over here where I can go and let it be and just make sure that no matter what, I go and find my beautiful, let's say, way of life over here, which is my wolf track over here. So I want to say wolf. I want to just see wolf over here in terms of vocals and making sure anyway that what's important for myself is just learning. So as I realize as I go and learn something, I'm learning very quickly upon how I actually dwell upon something that's helping me grow. So what helps me grow is helping myself to deliver vocals around something that's actually helping me. So I see Twinkle Twinkle, I see Twinkle Little Star over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what, as I go and search for these names over here, I'm making sure that no matter what, I have more enough success or time to be able to help myself to succeed. And as I help myself to succeed differently, I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to help myself. So Twinkle. And I'm learning very quickly upon how I actually do my life differently. But the thing about the nice and beautiful way of life over here is learning the actions that you need. I mean, that way you're doing better. See, what you guys can do is you can go on Audio Jungle today, which is a free royalty program where you can go and give money to have all these vocals. So you can go and see all the vocals of all the animals, in terms of all the animals you can never see, in terms of life, and you can hear their vocals on the actual Audio Jungle. And you can get their vocals and you can go and place it into a nice and beautiful mix. And then also I'm making sure that you understand I have some ideas about Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, where I can use all these nice and beautiful, let's say, other people's instrumentals and create this nice and beautiful vibe around electronic music and place some energy into it. And then that way it's vibing the whole way. And what I want to do with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is I want to sing it too. And I want to create an atmosphere at the beginning where it's a storyline of slow twinkle twinkles. And then what I do is I create a storyline and I make sure that no matter what, I'll talk about it. talk about this nice beautiful story to my son or daughter, and we're talking and talking and talking, and it's like they are hearing it really. And what I do is I go into the sun, I go into the nice and beautiful singing with my wife or something like that, and then we're just singing and singing and singing, and then no matter what, then it goes into this nice and beautiful atmosphere here and there and here and there, and then it goes into a little bit of frenzy where I can play some nice and beautiful live instrumentals around it. I can put some live instrumentals around it, and I can make sure that no matter what, I can make somebody play different live instrumentals around Twinkle Twinkle, and I make sure that no matter what, that from that point, I make an energy mix, and then I go into a different style, and I make sure that from that point, like a little bit. But what I do is the live instrumental music, I want around 10 minutes. I want the storyline to be around, let's say, 5 minutes long. So that's already first 15 minutes. And then for the next half, I want to make sure that from now on I make my tracks like this. And then from, let's say, 15 minutes to about 30 minutes, I have a slow incline of, let's say, nice and beautiful breakdowns and melodies to rise into the drop. And then for 30 minutes, I just want a fucking energy music track. And now, when I have the energy music track, I just want it to be energy. And now that's the first hour. And now in the second hour, or actually in the second hour, I can make a second hour mix. And in the second hour mix, I can make sure I can bring it down to the nice and beautiful melodies. Again, but different style of melodies. And I can make sure that no matter what, from this point on, I can go and do what I want by making sure that no matter what, I'll focus upon understanding something. That's much more how I feel that I want to just create 1 hour of this. I want to create 1 hour music with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But that's the thing, yeah? For actually, it's much more how it is. And that nice and beautiful 1 hour piece of orchestra can live forever. But the thing is, that's just the way it is. For sure, that's why 30 minutes of that music track has energy in it. And it has a nice and beautiful tone where I can go and do some Edison recordings around that. And make sure that no matter what, that from that point, I let it be that way and move on quickly. But that's the way it is. Now, if I expand anything around Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I can, but the thing is, it's much more how I just let it be. I let it be from now on. I let it be from that point. And that way I'm understanding that no matter what, I can see straight away how to time my music tracks and how to actually go and deliver what I want. So I have to go and get a live orchestra to play music. So what do I do with that? I go and get it on actual, let's say, a nice and beautiful Organ Jungle. And now what I can do is I can also go on the side somewhere and I can put some money in for somebody to make a new Twinkle Twinkle Little track. Just a new sounding Twinkle Twinkle Little track. And that's the thing, yeah, actually it's more value, so I have to do that. And then from that point, I'm understanding that no matter what, it's much more how I go and feed upon doing that. And then I have a nice and beautiful live orchestra around Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, a bit nice and beautifully, in terms of something new that nobody's ever heard. And what I want to do is I want to sing the live orchestra. And I want to make this live orchestra around my singing. So I say, twinkle, twinkle, little star, see how I wonder what you are. And then either way, I'm just singing. And then as I sing, I sing in a way that it's just working for myself. And I learn very quickly upon what I need to do. But then what to do with the nice beautiful wolf vocals over here. So what I want to do is I want to orchestrate my actual track around actual Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with wolves. And why is that? Because that's just the way it is. I'm making sure that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel to just do it, because that way I'm adding value. And that way I'm understanding that no matter what, that since that's the case, I realize then I need to make a second hour music track. I have to make a second hour music track with just wolves here. And that's something that I can do. I can make sure that no matter what, that as I do that, I make sure that in the second part of the music track, that wolves can come in. And why is that? Because that's just how it is. Or that's just how it is. But I'm making sure that no matter what, that what I can do with wolves as well is if I place it together, it's much more how I understand straight away how togetherness, in terms of whatever's happening, is just how the wolves may come into the equation. But the thing is, how it sounds so different and it sounds so unique. I mean, it sounds so unique. So to be able to place the wolves inside of the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at the beginning is the best thing for me. And I orchestrate my vocals around the wolves and around Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I make something happen here, and make sure that anyway that can be my first hour track. And what I do is around the live orchestra and around my singing, I just remove the wolves for that occasion. But then I come back to the wolves, and then throughout the mix, I have my singing with the wolves happening. I just let it be that way. And why is that? Because it's a new sounding track. And then either way, I should just a little bit that way, and it's something fulfilling. I can see it. It's so fulfilling. Because why? Because I'm doing it. And as I do that, I make sure that my energy track in terms of whatever I'm doing is something to do with Edison over here, where I can go and record a certain piece of melody. And I can actually loop a melody. I can put some reverb on it. And I can go and dwell upon helping myself to make different sounds with that melody of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, with other people's instrumentals, with Edison recordings. And what I do is I go and just be able to stretch it. I stretch it. I make sure that I can stretch the audio program. I can do something around Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And I can pitch it as well. I can pitch these nice and beautiful ratios. And I can go and give you ideas here about what I'm doing. And as I do that, I'm very quick to the notion I have to go as well. I'm just planning right now to just be much better about, or I have to be much better about everything. I have time. And making sure that no matter what, as I do that, I make sure I'm looking for a nice and beautiful energy plan where I can go and do some pad motions with energies. And from that point, I want to make sure that anyway, that if I expand my music track over here and I make it more and more, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I can just let it be at 1 hour. And that's a nice and beautiful track for me where I can just go and understand that it's more enough. And I can place it all together, but what else do I want? I want at least 30 minutes of energy in the second half. Because the first half is just nice and beautiful. I mean, but then it goes into energy. And then from that point, I let it be. And I just enjoy that. And now, if I create more pieces to this, I can, but I have to speak it out. But what else can I have in the mix over here? I mean, what else can I have? I mean, I can have more nice and beautiful inclines of different scenarios going, and that's it. Or it's all different scenarios. And making sure, anyway, that what I do from this point is learn how to go and just be able to do that. Because I have the idea already, which is the first 5 minutes is just instrumentals and just fun and games. And then it starts off into a live instrumental with me singing for the next 10 minutes. And then I make sure that from that point I can go and sing that live somewhere. I can sing the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star live. And from that point, I understand straight away that I can go and dwell upon a nice and beautiful wolf somewhere in terms of a nice and beautiful breakdown that leads into wolves and more wolves with my voice. And now, no matter what, in Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I want to make sure that I just go and play it. And I'm making sure that from that point, it just goes into this electronic wolf track. And if it goes into an electronic wolf track, it never comes back to my singing, but it just goes into something different. And then from that point, it goes into wolf, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star instrumental, and that's it. And that's how I look at life, man. You understand? And from that point, it has this nice and beautiful vibe. I love it. Or actually, I see Mozart saying, I like it. I let it be that way. But that's how I feel. And that's how I feel to do my track. But what I can do in my storylines is I can speak it out. And what I do is I start off with this nice and beautiful kid. I say something to the kid and I say whatever it is that helps me grow. And I make sure that no matter what, or as this kid starts singing the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and then it goes into the nice and beautiful orchestra. And now, when I have this kid singing, I want to help myself to just hear their voice. And then what I do is just that tone. I want that nice and beautiful tone to just be in that silence, and that's it. And then from that point, I go into helping myself to sing with the kid. I sing with the kid from that point. And then we escalate the nice and beautiful stuff into my voice only. And then that's how I actually progress the vocals. So it goes from the kids' vocals to my kids, in terms of I vocals and my kids' vocal. And then also into just the vocal of my vocal. And then what I do from that point is I let it progress like that. And I make sure that in the nice and beautiful storyline, I have some wolves. And now in the storyline, I want to make sure that we have pets as wolves. And our pets are wolves. And what we do around wolves is I make sure I just place them anywhere in the mix. And I place them anywhere in the mix, but I make sure the storylines around my life around Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and Wolves, and also around the nice and beautiful empathy of whatever I have going. So I understand that no matter what, I can see straight away how that is. So if I do that, probably it's much more how it's more around I only, and making sure that no matter what I speak about everything, and it's more about making sure that no matter what I just go into the nice and beautiful track with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, talking about wolves, and giving the kids a story of the wolves and what the wolves told me. I understand? I mean, what did the wolves tell me though? I mean, that's the thing. when that's the thing, I mean, they're telling me something. When they're showing me a story over here. And what I do is, I get the wolves to give me a story. And the wolves want me to give a story of how they howl at me. Virtually, that's it. And now, as I understand that no matter what, they're in the storyline with the wolves, I'll make sure I start off with the wolf. And I make the wolf appear in a way that is just the way it is. And make sure, anyway, that since I'm understanding, I'm talking to the wolf over here. I'm talking to the wolf. And then, either way, I want to make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning something. I'm learning how to actually talk in the actual storyline over here. But as I talk to the storyline, there is also this kid that's talking to me. Or as the kid's asking me about something, and then the wolf is also here with me in terms of the storyline. I'm making sure that what I do is I'm learning very quickly that I have a wife too, and she sings with me as well. And what I do is I just go and dwell upon that, and I just give it a storyline in different ways. So I'm giving words to it in a different way, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that people can see it's about the wolf and the wife and also the kid and Danny Milivojevic, and we're all together and with one family who are just orchestrating our lives around the wolves, around Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And then what we're doing is we're singing the orchestra with the wolves. And the wolves, I want to be able to understand that the wolf is going to sing with me. I mean, the wolf is going to sing with me. And that way I'm understanding how to go and pitch tone. I want to be able to pitch the tone of the vocals to make a vocal with the tone of the wolf, to make sure that the wolf is also singing the tone with me. And if I do that, probably it's much better to have that going. And then I understand from that point, I'll let it be that way. But the thing is, I realize now that if I do that, probably it's excellent, because why? I understand because the wolf's singing with me. I mean, that's it, yeah? Alright, now, from that point, I want to make sure anyway that as I go and storyline this in different ways as well, I want to make sure that there's always more storylines to give. But what I need to do is make sure that my life over here is getting ahead of me. So make sure that I just plan everything quickly. And as I plan everything, I just let it be now. Make sure that from that point, I want to make sure that I can go and do that. And I want to go and listen to the different type of kids over here to just see what's happening around here. So what I need to do is go and really, really forgive myself. But guess what? Probably it's more how I need to go and dwell upon helping myself to succeed. So let's just go and dwell upon giving my business cards over here, because I feel that no matter what, I have more enough time to be able to plan everything. But I have to go and study upon helping myself to just go have a shower. I have to have a shower first, and then I have to go to the nice and beautiful Green Valley over there, and I have to go and give my business cards very quickly. So as I do that, I have more enough time. So let's have a look at myself. I have to look at myself being able to do something to help myself. Or else that's the way I do life to do better.